Hey guys, today I am walking around some of the places where we would usually be on a Wednesday night. This is our Wednesday night youth room. Those of you that do not know, that are not members of our church, we not only use this on Wednesdays for youth group, but we also use it for Sunday school classes, for adult classes. So usually we would be taking down some of these chairs, setting up portable walls. We'd have this area set up with snacks and things like that, ping pong table, all that kind of fun stuff. Guys, as I am walking through, it's making me think of you guys. And this is our porch area where many of us would come, and we would just sit out here and talk and hang out and try to just catch up on the week. I am right now just going to kind of walk through and just walk the path of where we would typically be going. As I was thinking about youth group and thinking about what it means to be in a youth group and why is it so important, it is important for you and I to have people around us who have good influence over us. And that could be people that are honestly close to us, people that we hang out with, that we actually know on a personal basis, or people that we follow on Instagram, people that we listen to their YouTube channel, different things like that, or listen to their music over Spotify or whatever. For you and I, influence is a big deal. We talked about last week the mind and how we should protect the mind and how we should guide our minds and things like that. But this week, Philippians chapter 4 and verse number 9, Paul says something very interesting. He says, the things that you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, these do, and the God of peace shall be with you. And as I began thinking along those lines, my mind just started stirring over the issue of influence. On a Wednesday when I'm setting up the youth room, Wednesdays are usually pretty hard for me on a spiritual level. It's a day where the enemy really likes to attack. He really likes to just discourage me emotionally and all those different things. He is on, it is a straight up warfare. So I have to be very intentional about the influences that I allow, especially on Wednesday mornings, okay? So on Wednesday mornings, as I'm setting up the youth room, I would be playing some elevation worship, or I'd be playing some type of worship music, along with listening to some of my favorite sermons, favorite preachers through YouTube or whatever. And I'd allow that to be kind of playing in the background as I'm working, and I'd be taking notes, different things like that, mental notes. Or if it was something that really caught me, I'd take out my phone and jot down a note over it. But as I think on all that God is doing in the influences in our lives, He intentionally places people in our lives, intentionally gives people a platform so that they can speak. Even though I don't know that person on a personal basis, they speak through their platform, and I'm hearing it, and I'm influenced by it. Today, I want you to think about the influences that are in your life and how are they influencing you? How are they guiding you to be better, to be closer to God? Do you have the right influences surrounding you? So again, Philippians chapter 4, verse number 9, he said, I'm going to quote this verse to you one more time, and we're about done, guys. It's not going to be long. He said, the things that you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, these do, and the God of all peace shall be with you. Guys, when we think about that verse, there's a couple of things about influence that should stand out to us. First of all, who is influencing me for the better? Who is bringing me closer to God, whether that be people that I know on a personal basis or just people that I follow? Who is bringing me closer to God? Who is influencing me? Secondly, who is influencing me to walk further from God or to behave in a way that would not please God? Who are those people? A third thing that I should be asking myself is, how should I respond in those two scenarios? Should I weed out some of the friends that I have? Should I at least cut back on some of the influence that I allow them to carry? Some of these people that I'm not actually friends with, I just follow them on Instagram. Is that really that big of a deal that I unfollow them, that I block them? If they're inappropriate or whatever, is it because it's not like I'm hurting anybody? It's not like I'm burning a bridge. I want you to think along those lines today. And then the last question is this: how am I influencing others? How am I influencing others? You know, when we sit around this court out here and we sit around the picnic tables and the bleachers and all that stuff, or we're playing volleyball or basketball, we're building relationships. We're building that connection and just talking to each other. And it's so much to do with our influence. And I hope that you are taking this time to work on your character, to examine your life and see, how am I being influenced by others? How should I respond to that fact? And how am I influencing my friends? So how am I being influenced? How am I being a influence? And how should I respond in these things? Do I need to work on my own character? Do I need to weed out some bad influences? What areas do I need to change? Paul was very confident in his life that if the people would follow him and the practices that he set forth, that they would be walking closer to God. And I hope that you and I, we live a life that we can say the very same thing. That if you follow me, if you do these things, you will be walking closer with God. All right, guys, I love you. I will be contacting you soon. We got some information about camp coming out and some new thoughts about that. So anyways, we are going to be writing you here shortly and giving you a heads up on that. Love you guys. I miss you. And we will talk to you later.